Okay, so I'm going to show you how to divide up a name, because sometimes when you draw your name it'll be very small, but when you want to spread it out across the length of your paper, then you want to make sure you understand some math behind your name. So I'm going to do two names so I can show odd versus even. So that name, Sean, has 4, and then if you number under each letter, this one has 7, so that's an odd number. So if I divide this up, I can see that 2 letters are going to be on my left side and 2 letters are going to be on my right side. So that'll help me break up the paper if I use the rule of halves. However, with this one, it's very difficult to find the exact half because it's 7. So if I do the math here, oh, I have a remainder, but I could still group these together with the left side having 3 and the right side having 3. And then that's going to help me know where the middle letter is. So I'll show the word Sean on this side. And when you're doing this, you want to, I'm kind of pressing a little harder so you can see, but you want to be very gentle. Like it says here, start with the spiderweb lines that are light and delicate, okay? And then we're going to make like hangman marks so that we know where the letters are, because we want it to be spread apart. We don't want it just to be small like it is on this paper. So I'm going to find the middle here, and then I know for Sean I have 2 spaces on one side and 2 spaces on the other. So I could even divide this in half again like this, put my space here, and look at how large I can make the word Sean, okay? I can spread it out all the way from the left side to the right side. And I can do the same for the name Margaret. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a middle space, and I know I need to leave some room because there's gonna be 3 letters on this side and 3 letters on that side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then look, it comes all the way to the left side, all the way to the right side. So then I'm going to make my letters large, because if I make them small, they're going to be hard to outline and fill. So you could slant your letters like italics. You can do all kinds of things with your letters. And then, like I show on this sheet of paper, you can add fun little ends to your letters to change up your graphic design, because you're making your own font, and you can make it all the same going across or different like this one. Each letter has something unique about it. So I can, for instance, just make this one a block letter by putting straight lines on each of the ends, and then I'm going to follow the shape around of the letter. So I call these little end caps, these little parts that are touching the ends. And then I'm going to come up and diagonal down. So you can see how I just followed the shape of the letter. And then I can erase the middle, and then I have one type of lettering there. So I could also add like a big ball to the end of this end cap. And then I'm going to come straight, because that part's straight, and then around, because it loops around here, and then it has this little piece that's straight. And then what's fun is I could add a window on this A, because it has a little hole in it. So I could make maybe a teardrop shape, and then erase. So I'm not going to do the entire name, but maybe one more. And then I will show how to outline and fill. So maybe lightning bolts coming off the ends this time. For fun, kind of more reminiscent of Harry Potter. And then come around the letter and erase the light letter that I drew in between. And then I have a pen that I could use, and then to draw means to pull, so like to draw your sword like pirate style. So you're going to pull your art material, your pen or your marker, instead of pressing down and really causing damage to the tip of it, just pulling it. So that is outlining. Oops, I missed a little bit of that on the bottom. That's okay. When I erase, we'll get rid of all the pencil lines because they tend to stain other materials that you can color with, like colored pencils, markers, or crayons, depending upon what you're filling it with. Then to fill, I think it's wise to form a barrier, a little wall around where you outlined. So that way that kind of helps you know where to stop. And it gives you some leeway when you're filling in. And when you're filling in, you just want to use one direction, so not even up down, because sometimes that makes it look messy. It makes it look like a W shape like this. If you color up and down like this, it could be kind of leaving some spaces. So I'm just going to go up like this, and I'm going to continue to do that in just small strokes, up, up, up. That paper's making a little pattern behind here. Up, up, up. So I'm just doing little stripes, and that will fill in the color much more smoothly than if you go in several different directions. That is how you design your name.